Hello again. So we're working our way through the book of Ephesians. We've come to a part where Paul talks about the differences between Jews and Greeks and how they have been called together into one body. Today we're going to delve a little bit deeper into those actual differences. From Ephesians chapter 2, verse 14. For Christ himself has brought peace to us. He united Jews and Greeks, Jews and Gentiles, into one people when in his own body on the cross, he broke down the wall of hostility that separated us. It's that wall of hostility that I want to dig a little bit deeper into today. Let's finish this passage to see everything that Jesus did for us. He did this by ending the system of law with its commands and regulations. He made peace between Jews and Gentiles by creating in himself one new people from the two groups. Together as one body, Christ reconciled both groups to God by means of his death on the cross, and our hostility toward each other was put to death. He brought this good news of peace to you Gentiles who were far away from him, and peace to the Jews who were near. Now all of us can come to the Father through the same Holy Spirit because of what Christ has done for us. So in this passage, Paul talks about a wall of hostility. I think it's difficult for us today to understand exactly the depth of that hostility. It's born in part by the fact that the Romans, the Gentiles, were the occupying army that occupied the territory of Israel, of Palestine. Like any people that has been subdued, conquered, and are now living under a military occupation, they resent the presence of the occupiers. Every time they have to go to Pilate, the Roman governor, for something, it's just a reminder that they are no longer in control. Conversely, the Jews had legal ritual restrictions on their contact with non-Jewish people, which of course includes all Gentiles. I'm just amazed by the fact that when a certain small segment of Judaism wanted to crucify Jesus, the ones who were most affected, the religious leaders, they went to Pilate to get his permission. They went in the middle of the night. They woke him up. And when he woke up and said, okay, have him come in, I'll see them, they said, oh no, we can't come in. That would make us unclean. That would make us dirty. You come out to us. The very fact that Pilate did shows, at least to some degree, the extent to which he understood what was at play here. But think of that. Somebody saying, well, I can't go to your house because you're dirty. There was great hostility between Jew and Greek. The Jew considered the Romans and other Gentiles heathens who had no knowledge of God. The Romans considered the Jews, they actually called them atheists because they had no image to worship. They worshiped some formless void in their minds. The Romans considered the Jews backwards, agronomists. They were simple day laborers, not like the sophisticated Romans. The Jews considered the Romans worse than their worst Jewish enemy. Paul says Jesus died for all of them. And he brought them together into one person. He broke down that wall of hostility. Now today, throughout the ages, One of the things that we commonly do is we identify who we hate. As a culture, that's one of the functions of culture, to know who's part of us and who isn't. Today, I'd like you to think about what type of person is it most difficult for you to befriend? Why is that so? Maybe it's something that comes from our past, our family. Maybe it's something that comes from experience. Maybe it's just a deep-rooted prejudice. We all have them. Jesus calls us to recognize that he died for all, and he unites us all at the foot of his cross. Who's it tough for you to befriend today, and why? What do you need to do about that? Tomorrow we'll continue looking at what Paul has to say about uniting the Jew and the Gentile.